Local barbershops, you don't have to pay for your haircut now. I mean, our kids were like celebrities. They was like rock stars in the city. Everywhere you went, they was talking about Richmond High basketball. And the community just embraced this team.
The day we got locked out the gym, me and a teammate of mine walked to the gym like we would normally do for practice. We seen chains on the door, and we seen a note saying, "We're all Richmond High basketball players," to the library. So I'm thinking in my mind, what the heck does he want to talk about now? You know, like, I'm tired of hearing you talk. And he said, "We're locked out the gym." Now I'm thinking in my mind, like, who you think you is, the NBA commissioner?
News reporters running up to us, "Oh, how do you feel? How do you feel? You know, was your grade point average up? Or you know, why do you think the coach did it? And do you applaud your coach, or do you disagree with him?" And I'm like, oh man, it just came at me just too much, too fast.
When he came in and telling me about how the kids were failing in school, I really was 100% by his side, because I know how I felt when one of mine didn't do so well in school, you know. Of course, I treat them a little different, but there's a little different technique that really works out.
Our kids just wasn't being good citizens. Our school district requires a 2.0 to play basketball in our district to be eligible. All our kids had met that standard, period. They was all eligible, as far as the school district says. But in our contract that they signed, a personal player contract with me, which the mother signed or the parent signed, the coaching staff signed, and the player signed, stating that they would at least carry a 2.3.
You snake.
Miss.
No, miss me, snake.
Mr. Carter, you remember me? Now, after all the things that my son has been through for your team, for you to go and lock up this gym like this, how dare you?
Of course, his heart was broken too, that kids were failing in school. I said, there's going to be a lot of people angry at you, which was. And being a mother myself, you know, wow, why would they do it to my kids?
That's just the way I was born. My mother, when she would leave, she would put basically one person in charge. But if any of us got in trouble, she punished all of us.
I already got a 2.8. And I'm sitting on a 3.0 coming into next semester, so what do I need to work on my grades for?
It was like, you know, I'm working hard to keep my stuff together and I gotta sit out, but, you know, we win as a team and you lose as a team, so we might as well be locked out as a team also.
I was mad because I was like, why can't just the ones that are passing play and the ones that aren't passing not play? Just like, I mean, that's how the football team does it. If you're not eligible, you don't play.
Yeah, I wasn't into it. I really wasn't into the lockout. I was like the bah humbug, Uncle Scrooge.
Dixon was the maddest player. I mean, he was just pissed off like crazy because, I mean, that's what we live for, the game. We live for game day.
I was prepared to forfeit the entire season, period. Because we've had so many kids athletically to grow up in Richmond and all the inner cities. And 65% of all inner city kids think they're going to play some type of professional sport. And I've seen those broken dreams from my friends, from people who went before me. And I'm just thinking, I want more for these kids. When the coach has a higher standard for academics than the school board, we have a problem.
College. That's a viable option for all of you. But you have to perform in the classroom to have that chance. You have to have a vision.
I would tell people, I say, if you're looking for your kid to go to pro, I'm the wrong coach. But if you're looking for your kid to get into college, I can help them get into college.
Even a lot of guys my age or whatnot, you know, they kind of put school to the back burner. You know, and that everybody doesn't make the NBA or the NFL. And they don't understand that. You know, it's like, I'm gonna make it, and if I don't make it, then life is over. But it's not like that.
As coaches, the game is not about us. It's about the kids. And they were going, are you crazy? They said, you're going to lose your job, basically. You're going to lose your job. You have an undefeated team. You're going to win state. And you're going to mess it all up. And the parents were the bigger problem because they thought that now their kid could go directly from high school to pro.
I have scouts coming to watch my boy play. These boys are 16 and old. This whole school, this whole community is behind this team. Everybody goes to every game. Basketball is the only thing that these boys have got. Now, are we going to let Carter come in here and take that away from them? I don't think so.
I would have been fired, but the following morning, I was on the Today Show with Katie Couric. So now this story is national. And our own governor didn't even know that at the time, when one of his aides said, he was in Washington, D.C. at the time, it was Governor Gray Davis. He was at a governor's conference or something. And he said, you hear about this great story that happened. This coach locked this undefeated team out in Richmond because of their grades. And he thought they was talking about Richmond, Virginia. Because he was so close. And he went, no, he's in your state. And so, by the way, the governor did come back when the kids earned their way back on the court. Governor Gray Davis came to our first game.
What I found most interesting about the lockout was that he really didn't have the support of the so-called educators. I mean, the board voted to end the lockout, and by and large, the parents of the kids were aghast and against what he was doing. And, you know, it really made for strange bedfellows. It really made for an interesting examination of kind of what everybody was about. The governor, Gray Davis, used the lockout as a photo op, and he came down and he put his arm around Coach Carter and he talked about, you know, we need more heroes in our inner cities like Coach Carter. And Rush Limbaugh embraced Coach Carter. The media frenzy was extraordinary. I mean, he's still a media hero in the Bay Area 5 years later.
So today I want to open our 5th year anniversary, and thank you all for being here. And I'm just going to moderate this event and help it move along so that our student athletes and young men can get on the court. So, with no further ado.
Good afternoon, everyone.
When the lockout happened, I was the one sitting in the back. I didn't want to be in nobody's camera. When they're in the room doing the library stuff, I'm sitting at the library door just because I had to be there, looking like I don't want to be here. I don't, you know, but now I guess you could say we're able to talk. We're able to have a decent conversation and actually talk as grown men instead of I don't like you and you don't like me. But I guess you could say we don't like each other because we're too much alike.
The 5 young men sitting at this table here, they are the reason that we are here, to celebrate their success.
I am now at Occidental College in Los Angeles, and after I graduate, I'm gonna go to medical school and become a cardiologist.
Right now I'm at Cal, and after that I want to go to medical school and practice optometry.
I play for ABA team, American Basketball Association, team called the Las Vegas Rattlers.
I got an associate's degree in business. I'm moved on to University of New Orleans. I'm majoring in hotel, restaurants, and tourism.
I'm currently going to Humboldt State. I'm transferring to San Francisco State. I'm going to get my degree in sociology.
1, 2, 3. I'm gonna test you guys' memory at this time.
Oh Lord,
we're gonna start off in Candy. We're gonna start off in Candy and run motion.
These boys that you hear about, Courtney Anderson, Wayne Oliver, Chris Gibson, Damian Carter, Marvin Miranda. When you hear these kids' names being mentioned in Richmond, you're going to see them on city council seats. You're going to see them as doctors. You're going to see them as lawyers. And you know what? In the beginning of all this, sir, people would say, Coach, you shouldn't set those type of expectations for those kids because they're going to fail. 5 years later, I'm able to say, you know what? All of them are succeeding. And that's a very good thing.